I don't want to be somebody. I'd actually prefer to be nobody. And I got a couple things of why I'm going to talk about that, which is I want to point out that I'm very well aware. It's counterintuitive that I'm saying this while making a video for the internet. I get it. And unless you go back digging through some of my videos from earlier this year or prior to, which might even just get deleted soon, to be honest with you, you could find my face, and you could probably, people that know me in real life follow this channel, so some people know me. But in general, I get that it's counterintuitive to make a video where the goal is to grow and reach as many people as possible while talking about being a nobody. So I got a couple of reasons that I think are very prominent actually in today's world, because everything's so social and on the internet. See previous statement about making a video for the internet. So we're going to kind of dive right into it. First thing is you can make mistakes without the criticism. While I might be putting part of my life on the internet, if I make mistakes in my personal life, you guys only know about it unless I tell you. So if something happens with my family and I decide not to tell anybody and just keep chugging along making the videos that I make, nobody really ever gets to know about that. If I invest into the wrong thing, which I've done, and I lose money, which I've done, nobody really gets to see that unless I go about talking about it. You know what I mean? I've invested in the wrong thing a couple times. I've had issues with my family a couple times. That's life, right? But if you post everything, like I see people that do daily vlogs of every second of their life, and to each their own. I watch some of them, and then obviously they keep some stuff out, which is fair. Everybody's entitled to their privacy. But I can't wrap my head around the concept that 98% of these people's lives are online. And as much as I like this and I want to talk to you guys and help make you guys better, and maybe even I've been contemplating throwing a second channel up for literally just Let's Plays and stuff and going back to enjoying video games, which is a possibility. Let me know if you guys are interested in that in the comments below. If I went every second of my life telling you guys everything that was going on, there's no way that I don't get somebody that criticizes it. I have people that criticize these videos, and they're literally just from the point of view to help people out. Second point is peace is not an available commodity to famous people. You see it with YouTubers all the time. People that are having a shit day and are trying to get out of the airplane to their hotel or back home or whatever the case is, and they get stopped for pictures constantly. And it's not that they don't want to do that. A lot of them do. But the constant badgering part of it, I guess, could be a little bit upsetting. Like, I don't know. If your goal is to be a celebrity, then you kind of have to take the hits as they come along. There's really nothing that's perfect. There's nothing in life that you could do or be that doesn't have some kind of trade-off. Like the downside of wanting to be a nobody, a faceless voice on the internet that talks people through things, or a guy that runs a couple, businesses. The downside of that is that, there's no special treatment in the future for being famous, I guess. Not that I even want that, but peace is a commodity that's not really available to them. And the benefit for me is if this works out and I make, I don't know, tons of money off making businesses and stuff like that and side projects that I'm working on that aren't talking to you guys, cool. And when I'm done, I could just disappear off into the flame or off into the distance, which would honestly kind of be fire, to be honest with you. And then the biggest priority, I think, is if you go about being a nobody, but a nobody that invests in two different things and you make it big. Or I see a lot of people that are nobodies that do like the Coast Fire or I don't know, something like that, where they just invest quietly for 20, 30 years. And next thing you know, you're talking to a 45-year-old millionaire that still has his desk job and is just chilling. He doesn't really need anything. Unless he tells you that he's a millionaire, you have no clue. And you can't bother him for shit. What are you going to ask him for? You think he just goes to the same job you go to. You don't realize that he's worth $2.3 million or whatever. Crazy, substantial number that is. I've contemplated doing like a bi-yearly net worth journey on this channel. But the thing with that is, I don't want people to fucking know. So I don't see whether I'm worth $6, $600, $60,000 or six figures. I don't really want people to know, because then people start asking for shit. And I think that's respectable. And it's not their business. So I don't know, there's give or takes for all of it. I just think the biggest thing that you can get out of being a nobody is that nobody is going to fucking bother you for anything. You really could just go off into the sunset, because there's a lot of people now. I mean, yeah, I grew up in a generation where everybody wanted to be YouTubers. I've spent 12, 13 years of my life trying to make this work. And ironically enough, the channels that seem to make the most progress are the ones that don't have my voice or my face or anything like that involved. They're outsourced pieces of work, which is minorly interesting, but majorly upsetting as somebody that wanted to do this, like the 13-year-old Tyler that wanted to do this. But you could find somebody that also doesn't want to be super famous or be all over the internet. My wife isn't super keen on everybody knowing her business either, which is a huge plus. And at some point, we will just, take a horse and buggy off into the sunset. Those are my big things. You can make mistakes without being criticized. Peace isn't something that's available to people that are wildly famous, and nobody gets to ask you for shit. And the other cool thing is, if you get famous for something, you usually get pigeonholed into it. So I have a list of side quests that I want to do in my life, and if I manage to somehow become a famous basketball player, that's pretty much what I'm going to get pigeonholed into for about 20 years. But if I wanted to try anything else, I would get torn apart for fucking it up along the way. So that's a plus too. You get to do all the side quests in life, which is arguably one of the best parts about life. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm trying to mix it up between doing fully scripted stuff like I did earlier this week and doing off the top. Like I have 3 bullet points and the title of the video. That is what's on a notepad right in front of me. So I'm trying to mix it up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.